forget to like and subscribe.
And hit the notification bell
so we can go to college and get more knowledge.
Actually, you can't do it with Bitcoin. You pay $50 for a $2 cup of coffee, a $50 transaction fee.
You don't know what it's going to cost you in 10 minutes.
Exactly.
There are some cryptos that are working with regulators and are working with banks.
I agree.
Ripple would be an example.
Ripple would be an example, right.
Now this is and I can imagine in the next 5 years, instead of us doing sterling against the dollar or sterling against yen and doing these types of transactions, we'll do sterling versus Ripple. And the reason being, dollar right now is a 2-day settlement. With something like Ripple, you could do settlement in seconds. And I think that there's a future there where the guy that's trading spot FX today will be trading spot FX against Ripple in the future, in the next 2 or 3 years. So I think that Ripple has a great future because it's right now supported by all the banks and by all the regulators.
And it has an elastic monetary base, right?
So well, if we take that...
Welcome back in the place to be with the CBDC Assets Group. Thank you all for being a part of the group. And try this again. Last time the mic was on mute. So here we go. I hope you guys noticed everybody in the room get real tense when that guy started talking about Ripple. Faces dropped. And if you know Jim Rickards, if you notice Jim Rickards was in the room, I've done videos on Jim Rickards before and his thoughts on the economy, and his face got real somber. He started fidgeting with his wine glass, and his whole demeanor changed. This guy is a former CIA intelligence officer about the economy. He shared with the FBI, the CIA, Chief of Staff of White House. This guy is well connected, and he looked nervous when they started talking about Ripple. Okay, moving along, we got Kristalina Georgieva, the managing director of the IMF, advocating for public blockchain connecting CBDCs. The narrative is changing here, people, and she's talking about interoperability, which caught my ear, and I figured, let me put something together to show some more about interoperability. After that, we have David Schwartz, the big dog of Ripple himself, the CTO, talking about the interledger protocol and how it coordinates transactions between ledgers from blockchains and traditional bank ledgers or anything that can track value. He says this is the one technology that is near and dear to his heart that he has developed, and it always has been, because the key here is interoperability. And that's the word that is a red flag when you know that the government or bank has been working with Ripple when they start throwing around the word interoperability, because Ripple has been doing it for years. She says she sees potential for CBDCs. And things change so fast in this industry. New technologies will force banks to cannibalize because they can't see it coming or they refuse to change. And how these new technologies are going to disrupt their current business model and save them money. And how Ripple and Square are helping with this transition. Tell me what you guys think about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because a lot of return viewers are not subscribing, and it really helps the channel out a lot if you do. Don't forget to hit the Belango Dango so you can be notified when I drop new content. Hope you guys like it. I'll see you on the next one.
We are advocating to think about this world of digital money as a global public good. And in a recent discussion in Zurich, where we both were, what we advocated for is to have a public platform. So when protocols are agreed, this public platform can connect different CBDCs. There can be interoperability, the same way you would transfer euros from one country to another. You do it using CBDCs.
Is there one project that you're particularly fond of at that stage, and would you share what the project might be about and why you find it so interesting at that point?
Well, I have to say that the one that I find the most interesting is the one that has been close to my heart for some time, which is Interledger and Coil. And what Interledger is it's an interoperability solution. There's kind of an irony here that a lot of us came into this space because we didn't like siloed liquidity. It's like if you have PayPal and I have American Express, or you have this mobile system in Kenya, nothing connected to itself. And the irony is that we rebuilt that same problem. We have something like 1,500 tokens, and you can't, they don't interoperate. So we reinvented the very same problem that we're trying to solve. Interledger is a light interoperability protocol that coordinates transactions between ledgers, and it doesn't care what those ledgers are. They can be blockchains, they can be traditional banking ledgers, anything that can track value.
I certainly see potential for CBDC. Digital currency is what I'm referring to. I'll tell you what we are seeing, and it changes so fast in a matter of 1 year. You know, the crypto assets at large have lost about 85% of their value in a matter of 1 year. What we are seeing at the moment is what Carlos was referring to, which is, you know, development into new technologies that will actually change the way in which intermediation is conducted, eliminate some of the barriers, including the unconscious biases that exist out there. And, you know, I think in the banking system at large in many countries, the difference will not be between those who are disrupted and those who survive, but it will be between those who are cannibalized because they are not seeing it coming and they're not embracing it, and those who self-induce that cannibalization. And I'm using cannibalization on purpose because it's a bit of a striking, horrible word, but it's really what it means. It's you're going to disrupt your business model, you're going to change it, you're going to reduce your cost, you're going to expedite your transactions, and you're going to continue to inspire confidence because you will build that on the basis of an existing backbone, which is your bank and the confidence relationship that you've established with your customers. So that's where I see changes happening now. If you think of Circle and Ripples and all those, that's where they are active and helpful.